So let me ask you something. Do you think your brand is just your logo? Maybe a catchy slogan? If so, you're honestly leaving your most powerful strategic tool just sitting on the table. Today, we're going to completely reframe how you think about brand. We're not talking about a marketing expense. We're talking about the core operating system for your entire business. Let's get right into it.
You know, this is the question that trips up so many business owners. It's easy to list what you do, right? You can list your services, your products, your hours. But when someone asks what your business fundamentally stands for, is the answer clear? Is it concise? Because that gap, that little space between doing and standing for, that's where strategy just falls apart.
So, to fix this, we have to move past all the superficial stuff. We're going way beyond just marketing slogans here. We're getting into the real architecture, the principles that give a business its strength and its direction.
Okay, and this right here? This is one of the biggest mistakes I see businesses make. They mix up a tagline with a brand idea. A tagline is for the outside world. It's promotional, it's for a specific campaign. But a brand idea, that's the complete opposite. It's internal. It's a governing principle. Really, it's a tool for you, the manager, to make decisions every single day.
So you're probably wondering, okay, great. How do I actually build this internal tool? Well, the solution is a really simple but incredibly powerful system. It's made of 4 core parts. And this framework, this is what provides the structure and durability to guide your business for years to come.
And here is that system, the core 4. Now, the most important thing to see here is the order. It's a hierarchy. It all starts with the brand idea. That's the foundation. From that, you create your promise to the market, then your values act as the guardrails to keep you on the right path, and finally, your personality determines the voice you use. See how each layer builds on the one before it? It's all connected.
And that's exactly how we're going to build it. We're going to go piece by piece, starting with the most important element right there at the core. Let's see how this all comes together. Okay, so first up is your brand idea. Think of this as your North Star. It's a super concise 1 to 3 word phrase that acts as an internal compass. And remember, this is not for your customers. This is for you and your team. Its whole purpose is to take all the complexity of your business and distill it down into one single guiding thought.
Now, here's the real power of a strong brand idea. It tells you what not to do. It forces you to make tough choices. For example, if your idea is effortless expertise, you can't start offering complicated DIY kits. It just doesn't fit. So this isn't some abstract concept. It's a real strategic filter that literally dictates what you should and shouldn't be working on.
So, once you've got that internal compass set, then you can build your brand promise. This is where you take your internal idea and translate it into an external commitment for your customers. It's how you position yourself out there in the marketplace and spell out the unique value you're going to deliver.
But look, a promise is completely worthless without proof. If your promise is to be the fastest delivery service in town, you'd better be investing your time and money into logistics, drivers, and tracking software. Your promise literally tells you where to put your money. It's that simple.
Next up, we have your brand values. And please, let's just forget about those generic words like integrity and excellence that you see on some cheesy office poster. Real brand values are behavioral guardrails. They are the actual rules of the road for how your team acts every single day.
So how do you know if a value is real? It's easy. You just have to ask these 2 questions. If one of your values is proactive, what behavior does that require? Well, it requires anticipating needs. And what behavior does it forbid? Waiting to be asked. And here's the bottom line. If your values aren't baked directly into how you hire, train, and review your people, they're just words on a wall. They're decoration.
And that brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, your brand personality. I like to think of this as the expression filter for everything you do. It's not about what you say, but how you say it. It's that consistent tone and style that should show up in every email, every social media post, and every single customer interaction.
And why does this matter so much? Because that consistency is what builds trust. It makes your brand feel solid, reliable. You know, if your personality is meant to be warm and approachable, that should come through in everything from the font on your website to the way you answer the phone. It's the final layer that makes your brand feel whole.
Okay, so we've gone through all the theory, but how do you actually know if it's working? How can you tell if what's in your head is what people are seeing out in the world? Well, I've got a really simple, modern test you can run, like right after this is over.
This is a fantastic gut check.
Go to any AI chatbot, give it your website's address, and then ask it these two simple questions. What you're doing is you're asking a totally impartial, logical observer to just tell you what your brand is communicating to the world. No bias, just data.
And whatever that AI spits back out, that's your report card. It's your diagnostic. If it gives you back a bunch of vague, generic marketing jargon, or if it can't figure out what makes you different, guess what? Neither can your actual customers. It's a huge red flag that your core brand idea isn't coming through loud and clear.
So this really brings us to the final and most crucial question. Are all these pieces, your idea, your promise, your values, your personality, are they all working together? Is your brand actually coherent?
It really just boils down to being honest with yourself and asking these questions. Does your brand idea force you to say no to things? Is your promise something you can actually, truly deliver on today? Do your values have real consequences for your team? If you hesitate on any of these, you know where the work needs to be done.
And I want to leave you with this final thought, because if you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this. Stop thinking of your brand as something you show to customers. Start using it as the central tool you use to actually run your business. That's it. That is how you build a brand that lasts.